I would like to share with you a very important analogy in Vedanta. Almost all the Vedanta acharyas refer to this analogy. They cannot explain Advaita philosophy without referring to this analogy. So let me explain to you this analogy, and this analogy comes in the Mundaka Upanishad verses 3.1.1 and 3.1.2. And let me read that two verses from the Mundaka Upanishad directly. Dva suparna sayuja sahaya samanam vriksham parishasva jadi tayoranya pippalam swadatya anasnan anyo abhichakashiti. Anasnan anyohu abhichakashiti. These three words has a lot of meaning. Samane vrikshe purusho nimagno anishaya sochati muhyamanaha. Dushtam yada pashyat anyamisham yasya mahimana niti vita shokaha. These are the two verses from the Mundaka Upanishad. These verses have a lot of meaning. It completely explains the Advaita philosophy. Meaning of these two verses are: on a tree with full of fruits and many branches, two birds are sitting there. Dva suparna. Two birds are sitting. One bird is sitting on a lower branch and the other bird is sitting on a higher branch. The bird sitting on the lower branch is hopping from branch to branch and pecking on each and every fruit. It tastes each and every fruit. Some fruits are really good and some are very bitter and some are okay. Whenever it tastes a not so sweet fruit, it is taken aback. And when it tastes a very bitter fruit, it is very worried, it gets depressed and it's taken aback and it waits for some time. And again, the same drama continues. The two birds are of the similar type. Same color, same size, and everything are similar except its nature. So the lower bird, it hops from branch to branch, it is restless, sometimes it sits calm whenever it tastes a very bitter fruit, and again it hops from branch to branch to taste different fruits. All the time, the bird sitting on the higher branch is watching this lower bird. Without any reaction, it's just observing the lower bird. That's what the two words describe. Anashnan, it doesn't taste anything. Anyu, that other bird, it doesn't taste anything. Anashnan. Abhichakashiti. Abhichakashiti means it just observes, it just looks on. And it doesn't react to anything, it doesn't give any advice, or it doesn't react in any other way, it just observes the lower bird. So whenever this lower bird, whenever it tastes a very bitter fruit, it just waits for some time in worry, and at times it just looks at the bird sitting on the higher branch. That bird is very calm and peaceful with lot of radiance. It is attracted by the peacefulness and the radiance of the bird sitting on the higher branch. So the bird on the lower branch, it just hops to that higher branch and sits near that bird which is really calm. It sits there for some time, but after some time, again by its natural instinct, it hops from branch to branch to peck some fruits, and some are bitter and some are very sweet. So again, whenever it tastes a bitter fruit, it is taken aback and it hops to the higher branch and sits near that higher bird for some more time. And this continues again and again, it continues. Now what happens is, gradually the bird on the lower branch, it is attracted by the radiance of the bird sitting on the higher branch. And slowly, gradually, the nature of the lower bird is transformed just like the higher bird. And at one time, There is no lower bird at all. It is completely observed in that by that higher bird. In fact, what Advaita philosophy says is there is no lower bird itself. It's only an illusion, Maya. It is the imagination of the bird on that higher branch. It's just an imagination. There is no lower bird now. It completely got transformed and observed by the bird sitting on the higher branch. This story and this analogy explains the mind of a spiritual seeker. It's a very beautiful analogy, and almost all the Vedanta acharyas refers to this analogy. You cannot go without referring to this analogy. It's a very important analogy, and it explains the mind of the person. In my next video, I will share with you what it means, the real implication of this analogy. For now, thank you for watching.